So the idea is that in my picture, I want to be able to accurately draw what I see. So I'm starting in my top left corner right here. Again, I'm on watercolor paper, so I am not going to hold my pencil like a soldier and press hard. I'm going to try to just get the basic information. What I'm drawing is outlines of what I see. So right here, I have a lot of white space and I have a lot of dark space. I'm going to break it up by kind of some different organic shapes. Organic shapes. That's an important thing to understand. Organic shapes are it's not perfect lines. It's kind of shapes that are made in nature. And I want you to be able to just get some basic information down. It doesn't need to be highly detailed. I just want to see the information. It does not have to be perfect. When you're doing a background, remember, it is just that, a background. Backgrounds are usually not the most important information. What's the most important in my picture? It's the people. So the people are who I'm going to spend a lot of time outlining. Let me zoom in so you can see a little bit better and compare. All right, here's my little outlines. Everybody look. See my little outlines? Look at my number 1 square. This way you're able to see I'm drawing lightly. I'm getting information on the page. Again, it is a background, and I'm just getting the basic outlines of what I see. I am not shading. I am not, by any means turning my pencil to the side and coloring in anything. I'm just getting some basic outlines, as much detail as I can. So even these little white areas right here, these little leaves, I have those outlined here. You can't see them very well, but they're there. So when I'm done with that square, I'm ready to move to the next one. So in that case, I'm just going to go ahead and zoom back out, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm looking at just that square. Some people struggle to look at just that square. So here's a solution. Take a piece of scrap paper and block out all that other information. So you can only see what is in that square. So now I can really focus on just that information. So what I'm doing, again, is just giving myself some basic outlines. And I am working with organic shapes, shapes found in nature. I'm not doing anything highly detailed, just getting some information on the page. And when it comes time later on to apply color and details, this is going to give you a really good start. Okay, now you can see what I've been doing. It is not super detailed, but it's a really nice representation of what was in that square. So those of you who are working, you're ready to go ahead and begin if you're feeling comfortable. I'm going to keep demonstrating so you all can see. Right now, I know I'm working on my mom's hair in the picture. I know I've got more details to really focus in on. I'm going to try really hard not to press too hard with my pencil. Her hair has these hair's going in very different directions, so I want to try to get that message by drawing the same direction that I see the hair on my picture. Now I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see what I did. So that's her hair in the bottom right corner. I did press harder with that because her hair's pretty dark in that spot. Now I'm ready to move on to the next. I know that her hair continues from that top area, from that last square, so I'm going to continue from there. I like being able to show the dark areas versus the light areas. So I know I have some highlights in this area right here, and I have some darker areas closer to the top. And then it's really hard to see the difference between, let me bring this closer to you guys so you can see. It's really hard to see the difference between the background and her hair in this spot right here. Sometimes photos do that, but that's what I see. So if you see darker areas right there, kind of outline it and still use that. So now I have the last corner of her hair down here at the bottom. And now I'm just doing those leaves in the background. I have a little heart-shaped figure in the middle. Try to just get the general shape of what you see. All right, so the idea is you're working square by square. Going completely across the top before you move on to the next row. Now my picture cuts off in this last image here. So I'm just gonna stop where it stops. I know I have about a little line right here where it stops. No big deal. And now I'm just gonna outline where those little light areas are. So it's a pretty dark. And now I have done my entire top row. So now I'm ready to move on to the second row. It helps a lot to have an extra scrap paper to block out the other stuff so you can focus. So while you guys are working, I'm gonna make some little cards for you to help block out areas.